Mercury Cougar 1998 to 2002. By the mid-1990s, Ford engineers had completed design work on the third generation of the Ford Probe. Intended for a 1998 model year launch, the new Probe shifted its design from the Mazda MX-6 to a platform shared with the Ford Contour. At the end of the 1997 model year, Ford announced a major streamlining of its coupe offerings, with Ford discontinuing the Thunderbird and Probe. Lincoln Mercury lost the Cougar and Lincoln Mark 8, the latter, after 1998. To make room for the updated 1999 Ford Mustang and all-new Ford Escort ZX2, the Contour-based Ford Probe continued into production, with Ford shifting the vehicle to the Lincoln Mercury division to adopt the Mercury Cougar name. After skipping the 1998 model year, Mercury introduced the 8th generation Mercury Cougar for the 1999 model year at the 1998 Los Angeles Auto Show. Serving as the replacement for the Ford Probe, the first front-wheel drive Cougar shifted market segments from two-door personal luxury coupe to three-door sport compact, introducing the first Mercury Sport hatchback coupe since the 1986 Mercury Capri. While marketed in Europe and Australia under the Ford brand, the 8th generation Mercury Cougar was the first Mercury car since the 1991 to 1994 Mercury Capri sold without a direct Ford model equivalent in North America. Initially outranking its predecessor in sales, the 8th generation Cougar, marketed towards younger buyers, similar to the ZX2, struggled to compete for sales against sedans, the Mercury Sable and Grand Marquis, in the Mercury model line. While coupes had traditionally been offered in Lincoln Mercury dealerships for several decades, the shift of the Cougar to the sports compact segment presented a challenge to sales personnel acquainted with marketing luxury segment vehicles to new car buyers along with attracting younger buyers into Mercury showrooms. In 2002, Ford announced another restructuring of its model line, with 2002 marking the final year for the Cougar, Mercury Villager, Lincoln Continental, and Ford Escort. The Ford Contour, Mercury Mystique, Ford Mondeo MK ended production in 2000, with the Cougar outliving it by 2 model years. As part of the model line revision, the Ford Mondeo platform was no longer used in North America until its consolidation with the 2013 Ford Fusion. The Mercury Cougar was effectively left without a donor platform. The last Mercury Cougar rolled off the assembly line on August 9, 2002, following the end of its production. The Mercury model line offered no cars with 4-cylinder engines until the 2006 Mercury Milan. The 1999 Cougar shared the Ford CDW27 World Car platform introduced by the Ford Contour, Mercury Mystique. The first front-wheel drive Cougar, it was designed with fully independent multi-link suspension. The 1999 to 2002 Cougars were available with 2 engine options. The 2.0-liter Satex straight 4 engine with 125 horsepower, 93 kilowatts, 127 PS, and the 2.5-liter Durotech V6 with 170 horsepower, 127 kilowatts, 172 PS. Also, 2 Transix options were available, the manual Ford MTX75 transmission or the automatic Ford CD4E transmission, available in the US with either engine, although the i4/automatic combination was extremely rare. Supposedly only 500 Cougars were built with the i4/auto. Sport package models of the V6 featured 4-wheel vented disc brakes, from the Contour SVT, 16-inch alloy wheels, and the speed governor removed. With the electronic speed limiter removed, the top speed of the car was limited by Dragon engine power in top gear at redline, around 135 miles per hour, 217 kilometers per hour. While this was considered attainable given enough road, the automatic transmission version could not reach this speed without significant engine modification. However, the manual transmission version of the car, when given enough road, was capable of reaching speeds of around 145. Without the sport package, the speed governor was set at 115 miles per hour, 185 kilometers per hour, due to the 8 rated tires with which the car was equipped. Ford also prepared two high-performance concept-only versions, one dubbed the Eliminator, which was a supercharged version built with aftermarket available parts, and the other the Cougar S, which featured new bodywork, all-wheel drive, and a 3.0 liters Duratec engine. A high-performance Cougar S, not to be confused with the concept, was discussed in the press, which was essentially a Cougar with a Contour SVT engine. However, this version never made it into production. The Cougar S was so close to production, though, many of its parts are still available to order from the dealership and it is listed in many parts catalogs and insurance databases. It was also to be sold in Europe as the Ford Cougar ST200. This generation of Cougar had a far more contemporary package, with modern Dock 24-valve 6-cylinder Duratec engines, a fully independent multi-link suspension, and front-wheel drive. This was also the first hatchback Cougar, and the first to have its own body, unshared by any Ford, except its European twin Ford Cougar. The body design used a philosophy Ford dubbed New Edge design, a combination of organic upper body lines with sharp, concave creases in the lower areas. The Cougar's body, and the New Edge idea in general, was introduced as a concept called the Mercury MC2 in 1997 and was considered a bigger version of the European Ford Puma. Ford also sold this generation of Cougar in Europe and Australia as the Ford Cougar. There were several paint and trim packages. Special Edition, 2000 model year, available in zinc yellow, leather interior with yellow stitching on the seats. C2, 2001 to 2002 model years, available in either French blue, silver frost, or vibrant white, along with special blue interior accents. ZN, 2001 model year, available with special zinc yellow, special Vistian hood scoop, and spoiler. XR, 2002 model year, available in either black or XR Racing Red, with special black and red seats and interior trim. Also came with 17-inch silver wheels with black accents on the inner spokes. 35th anniversary, 2002 model year, versions were available in laser red, French blue, satin silver, and black. Most came with leather interiors with silver center sections on the seats. They also came with 17-inch machined wheels, the same as the XRs without the black paint on the center spokes. Roush Edition, 1999 to 2000 model years, available mostly in white and silver color choices. This car was built under the Roush name with bodywork to the front bumper, back, side skirts, and more. A total of 112 were made during its 2-year production. For the 2001 model year, the Cougar was updated with new headlights, front and rear fasces, and updated interior trim.